welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Woo! I've got all the cards out here. I messed up my video, and so I'm just going to quickly read through the cards. My apologies, it is a rather good read. I don't want to waste it. So what we've got here in the central energy is we've got Temperance, okay? You are an Earth Angel, sovereign being. Earth Angel, sovereign being, okay? Who they could not cause a failure for when it came to you reuniting with your lover. They being those, well, this you'll see, it's a tribe of folks. And they're going to be held back from marriage contracts. They're not happy because they can't look into people's, they're blind now. Like they can't look into people, you know, potential marriage partners. They can't look into their life, and they're not happy because they're blind now. They can't look into that. This foe, it's a foe of love, so they don't like love. They're an enemy of love, who is sighing because they can't look in, they can't tap in and see, you know, who's got money. You survived. You're a sovereign being. You're an Earth Angel. They couldn't cause you a failure to reunite with your lover here. You're here with, there's an Emperor. He could also be an Earth Angel who never gave up hope on reuniting with you. Sovereign being. Okay. Having a courtship with you and a child. Or perhaps you are innocent. I happen to think it's a child. I happen to think that there's going to be... I bought this today because I've been thinking very seriously that there's going to be like a rejuvenation, like a rebirth. Anyhow, I'm still processing through that. So you got this here. He never gave up hope on getting with you. See? You focus on the lighter side of life. Always kept an upward mind, right? Positive thinking works wonders. Positive thinking creates this huge halo around the mind. And bright ideas can flow in. And look at that solar plexus energy surrounding this whole entire person. With right there in the center, there's this pure white light with all these grand ideas coming in. It's amazing. What he's doing here, though, is he's got this tribe of thieves who is being blocked from marriage contracts. They're upside down. They're sick and suffering a misfortune. So in the subconscious, we've got Earth Angel, High Priestess. Earth Angel, Emperor, Earth Angel, High Priestess. In love union, sovereign beings. Okay, in the limelight position. Telling the truth. Causing change. Causing change to those pleasure seekers who were indulging on your essence on your gifts while neglecting you and making you sick. It could be they are sick right now. These ones. They were overindulging on your gifts while neglecting you, making you sick. It could be they are sick now because the truth is out. People can see the truth. It's in the limelight. It's like, and it's big. It's like this truth is like really big. Look how big that giant is. So in the recent past, we've got a rebirth, sun, abundant, limitless being, friends and friends, gratitude, so those who had a limited perception, it's an unexpected outcome. They didn't get to go on the journey. They fell into a trap. There's unfinished business here. There's still things to resolve and discuss. They did not get the sudden wealth and they're in fear. Queen of Wands is here. Courageous and confident, independent. There's a letter or information or news of no addiction. These ones are frightened about the damage that they have caused. And they need to surrender their need to control. Teacher in the shadow side. In despair and furious. They lost or they're having a loss. They ran out of time. They were not able to stop your memory. This is like something like your memory coming back. They ran out of time. They couldn't stop a reunion. They couldn't stop you remembering something. They couldn't stop you from expanding in awareness and gaining new perspectives or viewpoints or aha moments regarding things that maybe you thought the same about for a long time. They couldn't stop your mind from expanding. With the memory in the reverse, they couldn't. They ran out of time to stop your memory from opening up. So that's the way I'm perceiving it. And because so you're here because they have to surrender their need to control. There's a change with the High Priestess and the Emperor here. Sovereign beings, the sun and the star. Oh, I haven't told you about the star yet. The star's out here too. So we've got a return, a change to slow and steady, hard work, right? If you plant a seed, you have to water it, you have to feed it, you have to weed it, you have to make sure that it gets everything that it needs in order to grow you something that can then nourish your physical vessel. I mean, it's like you have to work really hard for these things, you know? So you're not stressed out. You triumphed. You're okay because you love yourself. And it could be you're okay because your lover and you love yourself. You're okay because your lover and you love yourself. So you're a star, or whatever, one of you is a star, if that's the way you want to look at it. You could look at it like that. You got the sun and the star, the high priestess, the emperor, both sovereign beings together in love union. I just think this is so cool how you know, you're okay because you and your lover love you. Isn't that nice? So, star here. Self-preserving. Returning to a rebirth, right? So you got spiritual fortune. So this is what I like about this, because I'm getting the inclination that this could perhaps be like a rejuvenation. Self-preservation, a return, a Six of Cups, a nostalgia, like a return to innocence, because you were able to preserve through this challenge. It's like you're going to get a rebirth, a renewal. That's the way I'm reading it. And it didn't go well for the this. It did not go well for these ones in court. This soldier who wore masks and did rituals to try to affect this marriage. You're being disconnected, or though you're being detached from those whose values were about money and who lacked purpose. They didn't work for stuff. So you're being detached from them, whoever they are in your life. They're facing confinement. Whether that be like a mental prison or like, you know, I don't know. You know, sometimes we get in a mindset and it like loops. It's really a challenge to rewire the neurological freaking network. But anyway, somebody's facing some sort of a confinement here. You've got a Five of Swords, so I do believe that this is a defeat of those who were bringing abuse, trying to steal. They've been defeated. There's a defeat here. And this explorer, so who this is, they cannot explore, they can't go exploring soul ties, because they've been blocked from marriage contracts. So they can't go exploring like life paths and, you know, yeah, they can't go explore people's life paths in order to find out who they want to gather a soul tie with, so that they can go in and then siphon the wealth out of that. They don't, you know, they didn't care about anybody that they did that to. And now they're facing poverty. Because what they would do is they would get a soul tie. They would spy on people's life paths. they would gain a soul tie. They would go in and gain that soul tie and then drain the wealth out of it. See this, because these eternal love, the earth angels, the sun, the star, you know, these high value people, they are like eternal love folk, right? They got a fortune within them. And these ones want to drain that fortune out of them and just party all the time. So they would go get soul ties with these folks who had this in their chart, and then they would, you know, spend a couple years, love bombing, and then drain the happiness and the wealth right out of that, whatever. You know, get married right away, and then get divorced in a couple years, and then take half of everything or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how they work it. All I know is it's not. This is where the fortune is. The fortune is in the eternal love. So if you hook up with somebody who's in that, and then you can, like, I guess, leave and then absorb their fortune somehow. I don't know, man. Through some weird fancy contracted, you know, weird legalities or whatever. The games they play. So we got good news. There's a tower here. We got a tower going on for those who used their important status to puppet people, you know, to search their whatever life path, gain a soul tie, and then drain the wealth out of it. So they use their status of importance to go and puppet them for wealth. This ego prideful person, they're false. They're not successful. They don't know that there's no greater goal than to love. And they're in bad health. So we've got the Two of Pentacles here. There's negotiations going on, weighing options, making decisions, bringing balance, preserving faithfulness, This is happening here and now with a clear understanding of both sides of the story. Everybody's talking about it. Lots of conversation. This is a service. The High Priestess, the Emperor, Sun, Star, whoever's with them, working with them, they're in service. They feel good when they can help others. So it's a service that you can trust. And it's bringing happiness. It's restoring happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So, you know, you nurture that, you know? And maybe that's one thing your lover loves about you, is that you're okay because you have the ability to go generate a whole bunch of happiness in yourself and fill up your love cup. Maybe that's one thing your lover really loves about you. So here in the outcome too, these ones are in despair because they couldn't stop your journey. They weren't able to take your journey. They weren't able to go on your journey. They're being imprisoned See here, they got confined down here. You're being separated. They're confined down here. And then up there, you've got, they're in despair because they're being imprisoned. They are bound to the commitments that they made while trying to bind you. So on the bottoms of the decks, we've got these important people. They were driving and horseplaying around. These soul ties and people, they were seen, they were witnessed, and it is remembered. And we have prophecy. These kin are haunted. Because they couldn't stop this reunion. You survived their academics. And this religion is being disconnected. From creativity. What religion is being disconnected from creativity, or those who are creative? From the arcana, who self-care. They didn't do anything. And we've got leadership. Huh. Do anything, like, I don't know, whatever these ones were accusing them of, trying to bind them to whatever commitments that is. We've got, on this one, we've got patience. Everything happens in divine order. They need to accept the things that they cannot change. You've got your health. You honor the physical vessel that enshrines your soul. These ones are in doubt and in regret. They want your forgiveness. They envy your discipline. They were bringing adversity to the minds of relationships, but you've gained your freedom. And you're at peace, in love. And they're guilty and in grief because you persevered. You persevered through their pride and their blame. And they're worried because they're worried because they're under judgment and there's death. You are courageous. You have grown in consciousness and awareness. You have gifts of the soul that benefit yourself and others. When you are in doubt, You connect with your intuition. When you were in fear, you replaced it with the insight of awareness, and you remained balanced. And when you were alone, you knew that you were never alone. So these ones are in sorrow because this wife is happy. They're all up in their thoughts, waiting in melancholy on the Lord. This priest, I really feel like this priest, you know, if I look at this house as the temple, as the body, and if I look at the room as the mind, and if I look at a widower, then I look at this priest being a professional at causing people to lose their mind. Haughty, happy doing it. They need consolation. This old woman tried to steal the gift. This sweetheart. Old woman, thief, gift, sweetheart. Yeah. It's over. In this deck, we've got real estate and fate. So these two, whoever these two are together for certain with a mega project, a fated mega project. That's a big house back there. It could be that they're going to get a nice big family tree. The origin, they could be the mother and father. They're going to have they're going to start a new family tree together, and that's justice because of all of the misfortune and catastrophe that they've been through and survived. Those who have been working against them are being stopped. There's evidence and an investigation. An investigation and evidence into these ones driving people into homelessness. Taking their house, taking their wealth, taking everything from them, driving them into homelessness. So we've got care for parenthood, for family, for children. We got luck, we got reward of fortune, and for the sweetheart, for unconditional love, for the pure of heart, for the beloveds. And those who bullied you are protesting because you got aid. You got mercy. You have friends who collaborated together to separate you from this, or to separate you from this isolation. And disappointment. You're getting a family. And these ones want to apologize to this family because they persevered and they're relaxed. And they're going on adventure, or they're king and queen of their mountain. They're going on an adventure. They're enlightened. They have a blessing. They are a blessing. And these ones are stubborn, still trying to strategize and mind read because they're having withdrawals because they've been rejected. They're sick. They're prideful. They want to compromise. They're frustrated, having natural disasters, reasons to survive, and you're here calm. This is the conclusion of this. You gain, you're calm, and you've earned merit. This temptation was all a fantasy. And now they are in danger and in conflict. Robbing you was a daydream because you have the vow. With spirit. And they have this vow with religion or whatever. I don't know. There's some weird thing going on here. This is the end to their extravagance. Expectation on the distant horizons. Main female pathway open. False person has a message of concern, message about the toil and labor. Gosh, message of concern, toil and labor, concern, family room. So this false person is like doubly concerned, getting messages left and right, I don't know, regarding whatever went on in a family room. To try to get the great fortune that belonged to a privileged lady. This mature woman and a whole community are all up in their thoughts about this high honor person and the gift. So You may have at one time been unsatisfied, but you're entering into a passionate, an intensely passionate period with this reunion, with this new chapter. These ones are confused and remembering all the inside jokes that they made while they were doing whatever it was they were doing. They're feeling broken and shattered about people gossiping. My goodness, boy. They want to escape. They want to run away from their destiny. Boy, I wasn't done yet. Oh my goodness. Oh. Crickets. Okay. And here we got the Ace of Pentacles, financial opportunity, abundance, King of Cups, emotionally balanced, compassionate, and controlled. And we've got the wish come true. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is when you see this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.